welcome to NASSCOM Technology and Leadership Forum 2024. I'm Manisha Nayyar-Dhawan. We are catching up with technology leaders to find out the possibilities that can be unleashed using Gen AI in the years ahead. I have with me Vishwam Jindal, CEO of Webnyay, joining me now. Thank you so much, Vishwam, for being with us. First of all, tell us, what does Webnyay do?
Thank you, Anisha. Webnyay is a generative AI company where we work with lawyers within businesses, law firms, as well as courts and tribunals to help them use AI for legal processes. So that includes, for instance, reviewing documents, especially in massive transactions. There can be, disputes or massive transactions with tens and thousands of documents. So you can speed up the review, whether it's due diligence, e-discovery, finding fraud within documents, as well as draft contracts, policies, notices. And we also have a legal research and compliance component where you can actually see what the law is through a chat interface. So we're basically increasing access to legal information, access to courts as well as access to lawyers in general.
Right. Are you using Gen AI in all the solutions you offer to your clients? Which solutions use Gen AI?
So not all solutions currently, but we have a product where we resolve disputes online through mediation arbitration, but we're using generative AI there to sort of review documents faster, also for legal research compliance, as well as to draft, procedural orders, terms of references, etc. for dispute resolution.
Mm-hmm. If I'm in a law firm and I ask Webnyay to help me draft an entire whatever I'm going to plead in court, so you send me something, who will review this? Am I going to do it, or are your experts going to do it? How does it work?
So we only provide the platform. So if you're a lawyer in a law firm, you can tell the system what you need, whether it's a plaint, whether it's a legal notice.
Yeah, but I'm a lawyer.
And it'll give you.
I don't know tech then.
It'll give you a draft of the document. So you need to put in the prompt, because these documents are very fact dependent as well in terms of what happened in the particular case or what the background is. So you need to put in all the details, and in the end, the AI will spit out a document in a given format with all the information there, and then that can be reviewed by the lawyer before it's finally filed with the court or the tribunal.
Right. What are the challenges that you face using Gen AI in your solutions?
I think one of the challenges generally with the Indian legal system is just how many records are non-digitized, for instance, or even whatever records there are, whether it's court decisions, whether it's laws, whether it's just contracts, in a very sort of different formats and different styles. So there's no uniform citation method or uniform process which allows us to basically speed up our Gen AI offering. So even collection of data, cleaning the data has actually been a challenge for us.
What kind of data are you using? Is this public data? Is it this proprietary data? Is it the client data? What data do you use to train your models?
So all three actually. We use public data in terms of what the Indian laws, regulations are, contracts which are out there in the public domain, as well as all court decisions. We also have our own proprietary data, because over the last 4 years, we've resolved tens and thousands of disputes online. So we have a lot of that data which we anonymize and then use. And of course, there's client data. With their permission, if they consent, we can anonymize and use that as well to train our models.
Right. What more would you like to do with Gen AI? You're offering solutions to your legal clients. Not all of them are using Gen AI. What more do you want to be able to offer them using this technology? Do you think it really becomes a differentiator?
I think it really does. If you look at what's happening abroad, there's actually a very famous statement saying lawyers with AI will replace lawyers without AI. So I think it's only going to happen. And it's only a matter of time. We've already seen shifts happening in the US, UK, and Australia as well. So in fact, what we want to do is we have three vision realities. One is sort of increase access to justice through generative AI, because lawyers are generally very expensive. In fact, there's a saying, lawyers are expensive, but justice is cheap. So we want to increase access to legal information, access to courts, and justice for everyone, whether it's the common man, and even make lawyers more efficient so they can actually focus on legal analysis and thinking rather than actually administrative tasks and paperwork. So we want to basically build, a solution which is end-to-end legal, works for lawyers, for judges, for legislators, but also for the common man as well.
Okay. And what do you need to be able to do this? What basic infrastructure or skill set do you need to be able to make this a reality?
I think the biggest thing is actually mind shift. Lawyers in India specifically are not very adept at using technology, and there is still a constraint in the sense that technology wouldn't change law or cannot help lawyers. So I think that is a massive mind shift change. If we can change that, I think that will be great. And I think everything else is doable. We've seen some shifts right from the top, from the Supreme Court of India, and I think they need to sort of trickle down from at the High Court level and then at the law firm and every level. And I think that will make a big difference.
But within law firms, do we need people with specifics or technology skill sets to be able to work on your platform, or can a regular lawyer or a counsel use your platform?
Both. So it's meant for law firms, it's meant for regular counsels, lawyers, advocates, senior advocates, also people within companies, so in-house lawyers, general counsels as well. So we have different sort of versions of the product with different user interfaces for everybody. But of course, training is required in terms of how you use the product, and also just education about how it can save you time, money, and effort as well for lawyers. So I think that is definitely needed.
So what you're saying, it's not really a lack of skill set, but more of a culture and the change in mindset to be more welcoming of Gen AI.
Absolutely.
Right. So 2024 and beyond, what do you think will be the impact of Gen AI on all industries, including justice, law enforcement?
Yeah, I think it's going to be massive change. You mentioned law enforcement. We've got 3 new criminal bills now, and it's criminal acts now. It's the perfect opportunity to sort of have a tech-first approach, especially when it comes to, say, police enforcement, law enforcement investigations, as well as then resolution of the disputes in courts. So I think the change is coming across industries, and legal is generally recognized as a cost center for businesses. So if we can bring in efficiencies here, I think it's a win-win for everybody.
Right. Thank you so much, Vishwam, for talking to us.
Thank you,
Let's
Anisha.
hope people are more welcoming and open-minded about adopting technology and Gen AI in the legal sphere as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anisha.